your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming. This is KNEB.TV News, presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, authorities have charged former Morrill County Assessor Rose Nelson with perjury as a result of her testimony in a 2022 civil land dispute case that became part of the debate leading to her recall from office last year. Investigators believe that during an official proceeding, Nelson made false statements under oath or equivalent affirmation. At issue is testimony made in 2023 about a fence line for approximately half an acre of disputed land and when it was installed, as well as the GIS mapping of the parcel, when and how it changed, alternately showing ownership by her neighbors or by an LLC in which she was part owner. The incidents became a significant point that helped convince voters to toss Nelson out of office. She was booked into the Scottsbluff County Detention Center, and court records do not yet show a date for her initial appearance in Morrill County Court. Staying with embattled elected officials, as Mitchell Mayor Paul Murrill, who was arrested in December following a scathing Nebraska State Auditor's Office report, has had his latest court date pushed back. The 59-year-old is charged with felony theft by taking more than $1,500 and misdemeanors of theft by taking $500 or less, misuse of public property, hindering an audit of public accounts, and official misconduct. The charges follow a 20-page report released in September by the APA that looked into reports of allegations that Murrill improperly used municipal equipment and resources for personal benefit. The day before his February 5th preliminary hearing, defense attorney Sterling Huff was granted a motion for a continuance as he needs additional time to talk to potential witnesses and gathering evidence. A new preliminary hearing date has been scheduled for March 3rd in Scottsbluff County Court. And the superintendent of Gering Public Schools is in the running to assume the same post in a town on the western slope of Colorado. Nicole Regan has been announced as one of two finalists for the position of superintendent of the Eagle County School District, based in Eagle, Colorado, about 100 miles west of Denver. According to a report from the Vail Daily newspaper, Regan and Casey Summers, the superintendent of Peoria Unified School District in Glendale, Arizona, rose to the top of a list of 26 applicants from states across the country. The Eagle County School District website says both candidates were scheduled to appear for public interview forums, including Q&A by the district board on Monday, followed by final executive session interviews on Tuesday, and announcement of the district's selection during a regular meeting scheduled for Wednesday. We'll have more news right after this.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want to help you take advantage of every adventure. We know you have plans, goals, and dreams. Let us help you with them. Whether it is building, buying, or renovating, we have the home loan or home equity line of credit to fit your needs. Stop in and see us at Platte Valley Bank and let us help make your dreams a reality. You belong here. Platte Valley Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome to Kelly's Liquor, your liquor cabinet. Whether you're a wine enthusiast, a whiskey sommelier, a tequila connoisseur, or you just love your beer, Kelly's has the best selection of what you're looking for. Family owned and operated since 1946 and right on 27th Street in Scottsbluff. Come see us today at Kelly's Liquor, your liquor cabinet. And remember to be a good neighbor. Don't drink and drive. Kelly's Liquor, West 27th Street in Scottsbluff.
Welcome back. Governor Jim Pillen plans to announce a new statewide partnership during a media event scheduled for Tuesday afternoon at the Governor's Mansion in Lincoln. During the event, Pillen and Turning Point USA Club America Enterprise Director Nick Koka will announced plans to bring a TPUSA Club America chapter to every Nebraska high school. The release says this will advance TPUSA founder Charlie Kirk's vision, as well as defending student-led engagement and free speech. It continues that they will address any school administrators who actively work to block, delay, or deny students from forming a TPUSA chapter. Pillen has been a vocal supporter of Kirk. Following his September assassination, he put out a press release ordering all Nebraska flags to fly at half-staff to honor Charlie Kirk. And Wyoming Governor Mark Gordon called on lawmakers to draw on lessons of the past and focus on the essential responsibilities of government during the new legislative session. Gordon delivered his 2026 State of the State address to the 68th Wyoming legislature on Monday morning, saying his recommended budget is a practical, conservative plan.
Last year, the PMTF and her sister trusts produced $913 million, now the single largest source of state income. What we do today builds our future, one way or another. I therefore ask you to restore my original budget recommendation and place $250 million of the surplus into permanent savings this year, beyond the reach of current temptation.
He encouraged lawmakers to think back to the 1974 creation of the Permanent Mineral Trust Fund and choose prudence and discipline over political impulse or indulgence. The governor also stressed the importance of expansion of agricultural markets as part of his overall support of statewide economic development efforts, strengthened water and natural resource protections, and key improvements to rural health care.
Show your home some love with an upgrade to Acclaim replacement windows and an ensemble entry door. Get 20% off windows and doors with no money down, no interest, and no payments for 12 months. Plus, get an extra 5% off the entire project if purchased on initial consultation. Energy efficient, durable, and custom made for the perfect fit. It's time to show your home some love. Call today or visit rbawyoming.com to book your free estimate.
I imagined retirement in a place where we could enjoy our golden years, where adventure and friendship are the only items on the schedule. The Garden Homes at Northfield gives us the luxury we planned for and peace of mind when it comes to convenience, safety, and comfort. We never have to stop and think about the day-to-day upkeep. We love to explore abroad, but most importantly in our backyard. So much to do, so much to see. Here at Northfield, we get the protection of life care, incredible tax benefits, and secured rates for aging services. It's peaceful, knowing that if our needs change, we'll be taken care of. And most importantly, that our kids will never have to make any tough decisions. There never seemed to be enough time to do all the things we wanted. Now we get to focus our energy on enjoying what this community has to offer. At the Garden Homes, life is ours again. A place we had dreamed about. A chance to focus on us.
Good morning, I'm Lacey Shippey on the Rural Radio Network, and it's time to take a look at our midday livestock trade with livestock market analysts Kyle Bumstead. And Kyle, we have seen a lot of back and forth trade here this morning in the cattle complex. Tell me what you're making of trade here today.
Well, Lacey, it's very boring right now, and I think most of the focus is over on the grain side of things here as they're getting ready for that WASDE report that's coming out here at 11 o'clock. Everybody's been talking about the grains, and they've kind of been focusing on it. So we'll hit on those real quick here before we get into livestock. We're seeing the corn spreads. March gain on the May here by about a quarter-cent, but most of the spreads there are flat, and we're seeing a little bit of commercial selling out there in those bean spreads. That May is losing about a quarter-cent to the July right now. So not a lot of interest out there, but we do see soybeans up 8 to 9 cents here, and corn's up about a quarter to a half cent here across the board. So, on the cattle side of things here, like I said, it's been both sides of unchanged, and I think it's having a little bit of trouble here picking direction here. As far as these March feeders, we traded almost a $4 range, which is just a normal day here. April feeders were down 37 cents. We've traded right there about a $3.60 range. So very quiet day there as well. Not a lot of new news here as far as fundamentals, but we did see that feeder cattle index looks like it's going to be down here just a little bit when the Merck updates it later. Down to about 83 cents here at 373.83 with a daily average of 368.73 on 7,748 head. And I anticipate a little bit better than 368 on the daily, but Both Oklahoma City and Joplin were $4 higher than they were last week. So there's just over 38,000 total in the index. And looking ahead here at the lineup this week, it's okay. So I would expect this index to maybe hold kind of steady here. Now, as far as the steadiness goes in live cattle, we are seeing a little bit of commercial buying there as far as the Feb versus April, but I think that could be just people getting out of their February position. It's very quiet. There's been no cash trade here, no news as far as cash trade or bids and offers out in the country. So very quiet Tuesday as we enter the middle of the week here ahead of this grain WASDE report, Lacey.
Thank you, Kyle. That is livestock market analyst Kyle Bumstead with a look at your midday trade here on the Rural Radio Network.
Struggling with corn rootworm, equipment clogs, and costly slowdowns? Say hello to Apello, a new soil-applied insecticide from Syngenta. Powered by Planazoline technology, Apello is a smooth, tank mix-friendly formulation that tackles rootworm with ease. Say goodbye to the past and hello to bigger bushels and better returns at brighterwithapello.com. Always read and follow label instructions. Apello is a restricted-use pesticide.
On the hunt for lost ROI? Chart a course and find hidden profit potential with Acuron Corn Herbicide. It's the only herbicide strong enough to bury competing weeds and help you unearth 5 to 15 more bushels per acre. How's that for hidden riches? Uncover the real value of Acuron at acuron-herbicide.com. Acuron is a restricted use pesticide. Always read and follow label instructions.
Welcome back to the Rural Radio Network for a look at your markets. The latest USDA WASDE report has been released, and grains are reacting quietly to that in mixed fashion. Corn futures are flat to modestly higher. Traders were looking at a carryout of around 2.26 billion bushels, with South American production to ease slightly. For soybeans, we're seeing some gains here today as both product markets have taken off here after the report. Some reports of heavy rain in Brazil causing mold issues in newly harvested soybeans may have given a boost to the soy complex here this morning as well. And for wheat, futures are mixed to mostly lower. We'll have a full breakdown of that report a little later on with Mike Zuzolo with Global Commodity Analytics. March corn is up a half at 429.25. May up a quarter at 437.5. March soybeans up 9.25 at 11.20. May up 9.5 at 11.34.5. Chicago March wheat down 2 3/4 at 5.26. May down 2 3/4 at 5.36. Kansas City March wheat down 1 at 5.27 3/4. May down 1 1/4 at 5.40.5. And March soybean meal is up 3.60 at 301.40. May up $3 at 305.70. March bean oil up 14 cents at 56.84. May up 13 at 57.30. April live cattle are up 42 cents at 238.62. June up 62 at 234.95. March feeders are down $1.27 at 366.17. April down 32 at 362.82. April lean hogs down 92 cents at 85.82. May down 45 at 99.92. And class 3 milk for March down 27 cents at 16.36. You're listening to the Rural Radio Network.
Life is crazy. Pain is stressful. How can anybody concentrate with these busy schedules? Now you can. This is Ben Moravec coming to you from Hydrozen, a float therapy business right here in Scottsbluff. I'm here today to let you know we now have memberships for $49 monthly. You can guarantee yourself at least one float per month. You know how floating keeps your muscles relaxed, your joints relieved, and your brain clear to think? Now you can float at a reduced rate each month. Inquire today at hydrozenfloat.com or call us at 308-63-FLOAT. Hydrozen. Unplug and recharge.
Let's take a look at your community calendar, brought to you by Riverstone Bank. Community Calendar is brought to you by Riverstone Bank. We're local and we love our community.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want to help you take advantage of every adventure. We know you have plans, goals, and dreams. Let us help you with them. Whether it is building, buying, or renovating, we have the home loan or home equity line of credit to fit your needs. Stop in and see us at Platte Valley Bank and let us help make your dreams a reality. You belong here. Platte Valley Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And finally tonight, Nebraskans for Medical Marijuana is announcing a statewide town hall tour with stops across Nebraska this week. These town halls will explain the current state of Nebraska's medical cannabis program, what patients and families need to know, and how ongoing legislative and regulatory decisions may affect access. The town hall tour will kick off in Scottsbluff on Wednesday at the Lead Scottsbluff Public Library from 5:30 to 7 p.m., with stops also planned for North Platte, Grand Island, Aurora, and Lincoln. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there. We'll see you here next time.